Blessons.
What up, fam? I go by the name of Blessons. I'm a producer and mixing engineer out the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Today, I want to share a quick mixing tip that I like to use to ensure that I have clarity and that my vocals are going to pop on a final mix. Now, I know it can be hard when you have a dense mix, hard-hitting drums, or a lot of effects going on, but you still want your vocals to sound clear and pop. We're going to accomplish this today by using a multi-band compressor. This is a real simple technique that you can use to guarantee that your vocals will sound up front in the mix. Now, this is a track that I mixed for an artist that goes by the name of Bukit. The name of the song is entitled Accurate. I'll be sure to leave his info and a link in the description below if you want to go check out the final master version. It's available now on all streaming platforms as well as the music video. I'm going to go ahead and let you hear a little bit of the mix so you can see where we're at and what we're working with. Then I'm going to show you how to apply the technique using a Fab Filter Pro MB. Now, for my people without this plugin, no worries. I'm going to circle back and do the same exact thing with the stock Pro Tools plugin for you, okay? So without further ado,
switch the sights on the Glock, it's more accurate. They be but shoot fresh out the factory. Used to dream about racks, now I'm having it. Not a killer, you shot him on accident. Dealer chopper, I got spit out batteries. Want the good cause she tell me she mad at me. Say she like how it smells, extravagant. I'm a hitter than pattern my savages. They say bucket too still, but that's accurate. I'ma stand on all 10 and it's accurate. We as real as it gets and it's accurate. I spent 2 on the fit and it's accurate. She'll get money, get more accurate. She gon' be by the chips and it's accurate. She gon' the whole clique and it's accurate. She gon' shit the shit, but no, it's accurate. I've been in the city straight getting.
okay, so the mix is sounding pretty good, but I really think making these vocals pop will take it from good to great. And that's really what we're trying to do, right? Now, before we get into the technique, let me go over some of this routing to ensure we're on the same page. Now, these 4 purple tracks right here are the audio tracks for the vocal hook, and I have these bussed out to this hook through bus. This is where I do most of my cleanup, right? Then from there, they go to this hook sub bus. Now, all my vocal buses, meaning verses, hook sub bus, bridges, and so on, go to the all vocals bus, although it's not currently present on the screen. This green track on the left of my vocals is my instrument bus. This is where I have all the instruments minus the drums routed. So the first thing we're going to do is send a copy of our vocals so that we can use it as a trigger. We're going to click on this first send slot right here. Now I already have a sync created named Box SC, but you can use any available bus that you have. I'm going to go to bus. I'm just going to type it actually. All right. Option click to zero it out. Okay, so we have it here on the send now, just so you're following me. From here, we're going to go to the instrument bus, and in this first insert slot here, we're going to pull up the Pro MB. Okay, make sure we select the trigger. Vox SC. Okay, so just to recap here before we move any further. This is the vocal trigger. We're sending it to the key input of the Pro MB, which is going to be used to trigger the compression of the instruments every time the vocals are present. Subtly, of course. Let me show you. We're going to create one band and take it all the way across the spectrum. All right. We're going to turn the threshold all the way to 0. With the range, we're going to go ahead and set it to about -3 dB. And just in case you're not aware what the range knob does, what the range is telling the compressor is, at most, I want you to compress these instruments, in our case, -3.03 dB at the most. We want a fast attack and a fast release because we want the compression to happen immediately when the vocals hit and get out the way. I'm gonna go ahead and play the hook, make these adjustments, and then we'll talk about it.
Switch the sights on the Glock, it's more accurate. They be but shoot fresh out the factory. Used to dream of.
Ooh, I forgot one thing. Need to go to expert mode, select external so it can trigger the sidechain. I'm actually glad this happened. As you can see, nothing happened, right? This is going to trigger it to happen. Here we go.
Switch the sights on the Glock, it's more accurate. They be but shoot fresh out the factory. Used to dream about racks, now I'm having it. Not a killer, you shot him on accident. Dealer chopper, I got spit out batteries. Want the good cause she tell me she mad at me. Say she.
Alright, I want to bring your attention to the vocals real quick as it's a subtle move. Notice when the plugins engage how the vocals sit on top of the beat now, as if they're laying on a cloud but at the same time have movement in them. When it's bypassed, the vocals now sound stagnant. Check it out.
Switch the sights on the Glock, it's more accurate. They be but shoot fresh out the factory. Used to dream about racks, now I'm having it. Not a killer, you shot him on accident. Deal a chopper, I got spit out batteries. Want the good cause she tell me she mad at me. Say she like how I smell, it's extravagant. I'm a hitter than pat of my savages. They say bucket too still, but that's accurate. I'ma stand on all 10 and it's accurate. We as real as it gets and it's accurate. I spent 2 on the fit and it's accurate. She'll get money, get more accurate. She gon' be.
You see how the vocals pop straight out front, nice and present? It's something so subtle but makes such a difference. Alright, so that's how we accomplish this here. Now for my people that don't have the Pro MB, I ain't forgot about you. Go ahead and make that inactive. Let's bring up the stock multiband compressor here from Pro Tools. What we're gonna do is disengage the first band, the third band, and the fourth band. Okay. Gotta make sure we set up this key. Same thing, we want a fast attack, fast release. Need to make sure we turn the side chain on. Remember what happened last time. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with the depth, taking it all the way to 24. It's not gonna stay there, it's just so I can see what it's doing. I'll make the adjustments and then I'll explain it to you, okay?
Switch the sights on the Glock, it's more accurate. They be shoot fresh out the factory. Used to dream about racks, now I'm having it.
Okay. Now that I made these adjustments, I'm gonna bring the depth back down to about -1 dB here. And for anyone that doesn't know, this depth is basically the same as the range on the Pro MB. It's telling the compressor at the most, I want you to compress this by -1 dB in this case. That way we can control it and not get too much compression going on. You really could do anywhere from -1 to -6 on either plugin and get away with it, but just for demonstration purposes, we're gonna go with -1 dB on this plugin. Let's go ahead and play it back and forth and see if we can hear it.
Switch the sights on the Glock, it's more accurate. They be shoot fresh out the factory. Used to dream about racks, now I'm having it. Not a killer, you shot him on accident. Deal a chopper, I got spit out batteries. Want the good cause she tell me she mad at me. Say she like how I smell, it's extravagant. I'm a hitter than pat of my savages. They say bucket too still, but that's accurate. I'ma stand on all 10 and it's accurate.
Alright, so you get the point here. Again, something so subtle but makes all the difference when applied appropriately. Now feel free to run it back and copy my settings. I'm also going to leave a link below to my personal go-to presets for the Pro MB, which have the same preset included. I've also replicated these same exact presets on the stock multiband if you don't have the Pro MB. You can download either one or both of them for free below if you want them. Take this technique and use it. All I ask is after you try it, come back and leave me a comment on how it worked out for you. If this video has helped you out in any way, feel free to like and subscribe as I'm going to be dropping a lot more gems for you weekly. Any additional questions, requests, clarity, leave in the comments below. Again, my name is Blessons, and remember to always, always, always trust your ears.
Blessons did it.